Hi, my name is Lindsay Zerbonia, and I'm going to be talking about interpersonal communications and concepts from the course that is going to help me in my career. So, a little introduction. I want to go into human resources type of career. So, really hands-on with people. So, this class was extremely beneficial for me. The concepts that I'm going to be talking about today: active listening, making a conscious effort to hear and understand someone else, communication and diversity, strangers, people different from us stir up fear, suspicion, and hostility. They make us lose our sense of security just by being other. And then conflict management, the process of using tools, skills, and processes to manage disagreements and disputes. So first, we're going to talk about active listening. In a human resources type of position, I'm going to be listening to a lot of employee concerns. I'll have to deal with a lot of conflict resolution, and I'll most likely be conducting interviews. So it's really important for me to have the skill of active listening. So some skills to be applied that we learned: don't interrupt, finish, or impose. So really listen to what they're telling you. Don't just focus on, your reply or what you want to say next. Keep listening. I take this as, they say one thing and it really sticks with you and you disagree. Don't immediately jump to interrupt or just kind of stop listening and only focus on that. Just keep listening to the entire gist of what they're trying to tell you, and then ask appropriate questions. The interpersonal communications relating to others textbook says the speaker is less effective when there is no response. So it's really important to, even while they're talking, just a nod of the head to make sure they know you're still paying attention to them. And then, always reply when they're done about whatever they were telling you about. So, an example of something like this: an employee complaint about an inappropriate comment that maybe their coworker or another employee made. So, instead of just kind of gathering the facts and kind of just doing my normal job, it's really important that I really listen, especially when it is something sensitive like this. Really listen to what they're trying to tell me and how this comment made them feel and stuff like that. And also just listen to both sides so that I can be able to come up with the best resolution possible. And then communication and diversity. Obviously, understanding diversity and how we differ. I will most definitely be working with a ton of different people from a ton of different backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, different sex and gender, sexual orientation, race and ethnicity, age, and social class. So it's really important for me to be able to communicate and get along with them as well. So some skills learned for that: cultural competence. So really being able to communicate with them, being open to communicate with them and learn about their culture and learn about, how we're different. Empathy, active listening, and inclusive communication. DEI practices, so really staying up to date with their practices and their kind of regulatories that I need to be implementing into the workplace. And then bias awareness, so making sure I'm not, bringing any type of bias I may have into a professional setting like that. Then conflict management. So we learned some conflict triggers in class: entitlement and fairness, power, social issues, and personal flaws. These were more tailored towards relationships, but I do think that every single one of them most definitely can create conflict within the workplace. So it's really important for me to know the conflict management styles that we just learned: avoidance, accommodation, competition, compromise, and collaboration. Most of the time, as a human resources person, the conflict's not going to necessarily be dealing with me, but maybe two other people or another person and something else. So I'll have to kind of put myself into the conflict. So it's my job to really know the management styles and really decide, which is going to be the best for each scenario. Same with management skills: manage emotions, manage information, and manage the problem. Obviously, it's kind of hard to manage everybody else's emotions, but what I took away from the TED Talk we just watched is that even me coming into, deal with this conflict, if I come in with a calm demeanor, it's going to calm everybody else down and help manage their emotions as well. So keeping my emotions in check is kind of going to help everyone else around me as well. Then, in conclusion, interpersonal communication is super important, especially the active listening, communication, diversity, and conflict management. They're all going to help me really build relationships and foster such a positive culture and ensure that all my employees feel respected and heard.